Welcome back, National Soccer League fans, to a beautiful sunny summer evening, and your match of the week is here between the Scouts and the Thunderbirds in a showdown in the South, as these two teams looking to make a statement win in week 2 to set the tone for who will be the division leader in this long old conference. And two teams who made impeccable runs into the playoffs, the Scouts making it to the conference championship game where they were defeated by their rivals here in the Thunderbirds in that game, who eventually would go on to then become the runners-up in the Soccer Bowl, only losing to the Pioneers. For nothing, they've poached the Pioneers' main man on the left of your screen there, Konohamaru Saratobi, on the starting lineup again. But let's look at the home side. No changes. Alejandro Cruz, interestingly, maintains his place in the starting 11 over incumbent Marco Altis. So that's an interesting storyline to monitor as the season goes on. It was a long, frustrating afternoon on the road against the Charioteers, but they got a late goal in Wallaby Wilson to equalize against their rivals, and then Iskander El Ghazawi, who was so often the clutch man for the Scouts, came up with the golden goal to win them 2 points on the road, and they're looking to make it a further points sum here. But it's going to be a tough test against the oldest team in National Soccer League history, the Springfield Thunderbirds, who were off to a rip-roaring start against the Wyvern Riders, a 3-1 victory, and goals from Bradley Perkins, a hat-trick on his season debut, but a quiet start for Saratobi up top, and Isaac Powers as well shut out, so we'll have to see if they can get off the mark. Eulogy Prestes and Ludwig Brzezowski were impressive in their debuts for the Thunderbirds as well. So, two teams with a win in week 1, battling it out in week 2 to see who will come out on top in this divisional matchup. We are live in your match of the week. The Thunderbirds, the visiting team in their black and blue, kick us off. And Perkins, who was heroic last week with a quick giveaway, but they got it back. Sun setting as Perkins levels one through to Powers, and Sanchez had to get off his line quickly coming out of the shade. It's a odd little time of day. The sun is low and the shadows are long, so that could be certainly something that plays a role in this match. Here's Alejandro Cruz, who started last week but was hooked at halftime after missing a cornucopia of chances against the Charioteers. Some credit to Ian Eichelman, who was solid. Oh, Crabtree, brilliant skill. Hoover flicks on. Cruz right away. What a save from Berlin Danu, who is so impressive, the former Charioteer. What an acquisition he's proven to be. Ooh! A little bit of a spicy collision out of bounds there, but we play on. On to Joe Simi. Wilson, Scouts have started strongly here. Crabtree is taking his time. Now has Cruz with Wilson looking to get around McCartney. Those two did well to snap it out. Xavier Washington gets it to Saratobi. Quick turn from Saratobi. Dummy with Perkins, and now it's Prestes to Powers. Luigi Prestes, good run from him, and has it into Conrad. What can he do here with this excellent right foot? He gave it away to El Ghazawi. That's poor from Pace Conrad, as he continues to try and rehab from that knee injury that kept him out for most of last season. Sent off the back of El Ghazawi there. And Ludwig Brzezowski, the former Terminator, has settled in at his new club quite well. Nice passing in the midfield from the Thunderbirds. Here's Saratobi trying to get a goal. His first goal for the Thunderbirds, his new club. He says they showed too much of it to Balboa. A couple of possession trading giveaways for both sides. Nice control by Hoover on the laser of a pass from Wilson. Here is Cruz. Loves to run the defenders with pace. To Wilson. Brzezowski, competent and confident defending from him. Still with the Scouts here in the corner. Nice ball. Wilson's wide open. Crabtree! There's the opener! In a flash, the Scouts storm ahead to a 1-0 lead. Deadly young Crabtree with his first of the season. Dream start for the Scouts here. It's odd. Brzezowski comes all the way across to make a tackle and gets it. Then when it bounces back, look here how much space there is in behind. Look at Wilson, an ocean of space. And he just has the presence of mind to lay it off a one-touch pass, puts it on a platter on the same wavelength as Crabtree, who slots home at the near post from point-blank range. And the Scouts have the opening goal here inside 15 minutes in Millennium Field. Thunderbirds have yet to trail this season until that moment, and now they are down. It's been a bit of a sloppy start. Oh, speaking of sloppy, Crabtree right after scoring. Oh, it was hard to see the color of that card in the sunlight, but lucky for him, it's only a yellow. Certainly feeling the adrenaline from the goal he just scored, and goes in with a rash tackle on McCartney very, very late. He's lucky, to be honest with you, that's only yellow. And see if the referee will let more of the same fly in this slightly heated rivalry. Has grown in intensity due to the rise of both these clubs in terms of their recent successes. So Scots looking to continue their ascendancy here. They've had most of the possession in this one. That goes long for Crabtree, who's onside and in behind again. Crabtree trying to work the angle for Cruz. 2-0. Scouts are running away with it now. And now the Hunter Cruz justifies his selection with a brilliant goal on the home debut for the Scouts in this season. What a finish. The Scouts double up in style. This long ball, it's Crabtree making it happen, causing problems, and then it's a similar pass into the same spot. He's found a weak spot behind Bruce Anderson again, who gets beat too easily to this ball. And once he's in, there's no missing that from Cruz. All he needs to do is get a toe to it. And he blasts off. And the Scouts have daylight here in the setting sun in week 2. Thunderbirds need to get their act together quickly. Saratobi gives it away quickly. Isaac Powers has yet to touch the ball in this game, 20 minutes in. There's Hoover. This ball, and the Scouts are in again here with Wilson going to Hoover. It's Cruz, in for a third! Oh my goodness, it should have been 3. The Thunderbirds are all a mess at the back defensively. What is going on? It just opens up. There's nobody near him. Again, Wazowski's out of position, but he has to because no one's marking Jim Hoover. Bruce Anderson has been exposed so far in this match. Swung in towards Crabtree, who's got space to think about a hit here off Saratobi. Blocked by McCartney, still alive, and cleared by Wazowski. Wow. Frenzy in the penalty area, and it somehow stays 2-0, but it's not over yet. Here's Wilson. Couple step overs. Back to El Ghazawi. So much space for the Scouts inside, and here's Cruz. Wilson, Hoover, oh my goodness. Still behind again, but the Scouts are just having their way with the Thunderbirds back line at the moment. Hoover this time who gets free. Looking for his first of the season. It has been completely one-way traffic in this first half. 25 minutes in, 2-0, and the Scouts are not letting off the gas. Bunting swings in towards Crabtree, who's got space again. It's off the arm! It's a penalty! There's no doubt about it. Case Conrad's had an absolute stinker. And the Scouts with a chance to make it 3-0. That's an awful penalty. Yep, that is one of the most obvious calls you'll ever see. And Jim Hoover, no, it's going to be Crabtree, who missed the penalty last week, still taking it. Looking to get his second of the game. Can he score against Groenland-Danu? Denied for the second time this season. Crabtree is 0 for 2 from the spot, and surely that is the last kick he will be taking from the penalty spot this season. It's a bad penalty, you have to say. It's hit tamely. He's past it, and it's at a good height for the keeper. Groenland-Danu, that could be a big turning point. That was a chance for the Scouts to put the game to bed, and now it leaves the door open for a comeback. Bunting into a good area. Crabtree, oh my goodness! Denied again by Groenland-Danu. Somehow it should be 3-0. The Thunderbirds have absolutely no answer for the Scouts at the moment. 7 shots on target to 0. Saratobi goes forward trying to change that. Into the feet of Isaac Powers. Oh, and Sanchez got a hand to it. Tried to lift it over him, but the on-rushing keeper did well. That was a moment again for the game to swing completely, but Sanchez did well. Hasn't had much to do in this game, but he's alert. Second time he's had to rush out of his goal and put a stop to the on-rushing Isaac Powers. Wilson. Reverse ball to Cruz. Can he return the favor? Hoover. McCartney, no handball that time. Played half an hour here, and it's all Scouts so far, 2-0. But here goes Conrad away from bunting. Only Saratobi with him, who's given up on his run as well. That's just the story of the day so far for the Thunderbirds. Snoozy attacking play. Too easy for the Scouts. Here's DeConta, trying to add a third goal, which the Scouts have been in desperate search for in this half. Nice drop inside from Hoover. Cruz has it, looking for Wazowski in the way. Saratobi opens it up for Andreas Rader. Powers. Perkins has been silent in this game, but he's on the ball here. Perkins. Good run from Perkins. This is on for Eulogy Prestes, looking for Saratobi and just not on the same page. Prestes, good feet. Saratobi! Oh, he couldn't find the pass. Another let off for the Scouts, but Perkins has it back. Perkins trying to spin it. Sanchez saves. And his second shot stopped out for a corner. And the Thunderbirds have some life here still. Perkins trying to pick up where he left off last week with 3 goals. Denied by the stretching arms of Sanchez. First corner for the Thunderbirds, who have had a little bit of a reawakening late in this first half. Covering to swing it in. It's a decent ball, but Crabtree away. Here's Rader. Wazowski trying to get something going for visitors here. Rader. Perkins. Crunched in by Balboa. Clean tackle, and the Scouts have it back. 5 minutes to play in the half in our match of the week. Scouts in a real commandeering position at the moment. Here is Wallaby Wilson. Alejandro Cruz. Crabtree scored from open play. Missed a penalty moments ago. Back with DeConta. Looking for Hoover on the overlap. It goes to El Ghazawi. Hoover has it again. Runners inside. DeConta. Crabtree blocked by Perkins. As far as Zakin and Wilson. Good cut inside. Space inside to his brother Wallaby. It's in for Cruz, who's in again. Hoover turns the corner and saved by Groenlandenu. How big has he been to keep the score at 2-0? Saved a penalty and countless others from this man. Good stop again. Scouts have had so many chances. Looking for that third goal that would put the nail in the coffin, but Groenlandenu is desperate to stay away from being buried alive here. Into first half added time. Scouts with their 5th corner of the match already. Driven in towards Crabtree again. The header's in. And it seems like every corner kick is going too deadly on Crabtree, but Groenlandenu has been able to save. As Powers, again, a non-factor in this game. Balboa easily dealing with the pressure. Perkins lost out to Wilson. Last chance of the half for the Scouts. Wilson to the byline. Cut it back. Now Crabtree's on it. There's space in the middle. Wazowski steps across, and that will do it for our first half. The Scouts with a stampede of goals. 2-0 lead over the Thunderbirds in our match of the week here. Let's see what the second half holds in this one. As Crabtree, 7 shots, 4 on target, and a goal. That was a menace in that first half, but it should be 3-0. Be right back after a quick break on the National Soccer League Network. Oh my frick, man. Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. It is a 2-goal lead to the home side here. The Scouts looking to make a statement in the South, as they did in that first half. It was one-way traffic, all Scouts. And it's lucky for the Thunderbirds it's only 2-0, to be honest. Will the Scouts live to rue some of those missed chances? As here goes Wallaby Wilson. What a run this is. Broke for Hoover and just couldn't get enough power on the pass. Conrad back defending it well. Anderson has it into Andreas Rader. What a tackle from DeConta. Going long, and that should be Sanchez's ball. Ooh, came out of his box to get that one. Did well. Keep his composure. Here's Crabtree, who's a real thorn in the side in that first half, and here he goes again, away from the defenders. Crabtree. To Wilson, that's a clever ball. Crabtree edge of the area. Wallaby Wilson has time to think about what he wants to do here. Drives inside for a strike, and Groenlanddenu able to get hands to it. Here is Prestes for the Thunderbirds. Cruz has it for the Scouts. Alway in the corner. Acting on it now with Crabtree now in the middle. Searching for the third. Here's Wallaby Wilson, and Groenlanddenu has to spell behind for a corner. Continue to take. It's been out there a lot in this afternoon. And that one was into Crabtree again, the main man on these corner kicks. Here is Balboa. Oh, that's a bad giveaway, though, and here comes Powers. It's a 1v2. He's all alone at the moment. The Thunderbirds need to get more numbers forward. Prestes threads it through to Conrad. It's a nice ball, but Conrad with not time to run correctly. He's offside. Off from the linesman there, just a stride, maybe even a half stride ahead of Joe Bunting at the back there. We approach the hour mark here. We might have some changes in the offing for one or both of these two teams. Looks like indeed we do. There comes the fourth official. It's Musa Cross coming on, a much needed change for the Thunderbirds, who have been stagnant today. And you bring on the first round pick for the Thunderbirds last season. Traded up for him. Scouts still in control of this one. They would like another goal to add insurance as Cruz has a run through to Wilson. Is this the moment to make it 3-0? What a stop from Groenlanddenu. Just cannot find that third goal. Wilson does everything right here. Great stop. That's all you can really say. He's done his part in the Thunderbirds. We're on the right-hand side now. It is to Zakinan Wilson. Flipped up for Wallaby Wilson. Washington heads away, but not far. Henderson through the traffic and nearly everybody by surprise, but just wide of the near post. Tick past the hour mark here. Still as it was after 18 minutes. Oh, wow. Really a bad giveaway at the back there. Wazowski did well to keep it. Thunderbirds just have not had much to talk about going forward. Here's Hoovard. Oh, nice dummy. Hoovard. Wilson. Shirley for Hoovard. Oh, he's blazed over. Wonderfully warped chance between Hoovard and Wilson. Oh, my goodness. Groenlanddenu gets a real let-off there. Hoovard did so well to set it up, and the chance fell to him, and he just took his eye off it. Thunderbirds really, really struggling here as Altaus comes on for Alejandro Cruz, who had the second goal. Hopefully, to him, that will be enough to keep the Scouts in control. Who has it? Raider. Powers. Perkins. Wide to Musa Cross. Big touch inside. Here's Raider from the Thunderbirds. Nice ball to Powers. Perkins. Saratobi. Left it a bit long for Perkins, but he's got it. Saratobi to Perkins. Clever. Powers. Saratobi! What a finish! Thunderbirds claw back. And Saratobi is off the mark for his new club with a spectacular strike. Wonderfully worked goal from the Thunderbirds to get back in the game. And just like that, the pressure is on. The Scouts fail to capitalize on their advantage. They can't find the third goal, and now the deficit's cut in two. Powers sets it up, and Saratobi off and running for his new club with a brilliant strike into the top corner. That is why they paid top dollar for him. The league MVP from the Pioneers is off the mark with his new club. How many times am I going to say that? Oh, it's gotten awfully quiet. The atmosphere has changed from a decadent one to a nervous, panicky feel around Millennium Field here, as the Scouts are now just 1 goal to the good instead of the 2-goal cushion they had. Wrzosowski, big tackle, has the momentum swung all the way back the other way. Here goes Conrad. This is just what you want to see in your match of the week. This game is delivering so far. Powers, good strength to get away from his man, and then couldn't find the pass inside. Ran out of steam, and now here come the Scouts trying to restore the insurance goal with a 2-goal lead. El Ghazawi, golden goal last week. Here he comes, trying to find a strike to put his side back in the lead by 2 goals. El Taus. El Ghazawi. Hunting. Numbers on the back post. It's into Hubert. It's Wilson! What a save from Berlandetti. The Scouts again just cannot find a way past it in this second half. Wilson's got to be better with that. It's a great chance, and he kicks it just straight down Route 1, right in the middle of the goal. It's actually an easy save for Berlandetti, given the chance. Hunting to take again. Washington heads away only as far as Zakin Wilson, edge of the area. Oh, it's going to be a handball, though. 73 minutes played here. Scouts are still in the lead, but they have conceded, and now it's just a 2-1 lead. So it's still anybody's match as it stands. Altaus for Hubert, and just too much on it as Berlandetti is able to collect. Kings it forward. Lovely throw as well. Powers turns inside for Perkins. Back with Wrzosowski. Perkins having to drop deeper than normal to get some possession on the ball. Here is Xavier Washington. Oh, bad giveaway! Marco Altaus can win it here for the Scouts! Altaus, huge touch, and he gave it away! What a mistake from Washington. And then one good turn deserves another, as Altaus with a massive let-off could have finished it off. Rush of blood to the head, and he gave it away. Perkins now has it for the Thunderbirds. Could this be a cruel twist of fate? Powers, back post, looking for Conrad, and Bunting gets in the way! Sanchez nearly dribbling into his own net. It's all happening here in your match of the week. 10 minutes to play. DeConta. Balboa. Wilson out wide, and he's handballed it again. Well, sets up a thrilling finale here as the sun continues to set here in Memphis. Connor to take from a dangerous position. He can swing in one of his trademark crosses here. It's curling towards Perkins, and Henderson did well to head it away. Factory now on the break, just clearing his lines for the Scouts. Washington did well to control it after the mishap moments ago. He goes long for Prestes. Nice ball out wide for Eulogy Prestes. Perkins. After Prestes again, driven in, and Henderson. How important is he been at the back for the Scouts in this second half? Now the Scouts with numbers forward. Thunderbirds trying to get back, scrambling. But it's a lot of opening. It's a 3v3 with DeConta. Goes back to Wilson. 5 minutes to play here, trying to just keep the ball. And they find the all-important third goal. Prestes gets a tackle in and gave it away. Was Wallaby Wilson. Here's Musa Cross. It's opening up for the Thunderbirds suddenly. Powers, far side has a man. Conrad to Prestes. Has to go wide. Prestes cuts inside. Eulogy Prestes! Oh my goodness! Another new signing with a spectacular strike. The forgotten man from the Pink Nightmare with a pile driver to draw the Thunderbirds level against all the odds. Well, he goes wide here. You think the chance is gone. You think he's going to pass it. Nope. What a strike from Prestes. Presto. It's absolute magic, and it's so undeserved. The Scouts have been in total control, and somehow it's level here in your match of the week. Eulogy Prestes lights it up for the Thunderbirds. What a match here. 88 minutes, and we're level. Somehow the Scouts have let this one slip away despite all the chances. Oh my goodness, you could not believe it. Is there a winner in regulation, or are we headed for extra time? The Scouts did go to extra time and win last week. Can they do it again here? After with that missed penalty in the first half. How important is that then? Looking back now, Bunting. Still alive here are the Scouts. Bunting Raider in the way, and Conrad makes it clear for El Ghazawi. Josemi. Saratobi pinched it. Surely the Thunderbirds couldn't come all the way back here and win it in regulation. Cross trying to do just that. Circling around to Warzowski. Giving into Perkins. Good control. Suddenly a chance maybe for the Thunderbirds here with Powers. Switching his feet. Henderson again. Great defending from the sophomore center back. Hoover has it. Crabtree, can he refine the reverse ball? Hoover, last chance for the Scouts to win it in regulation. El Ghazawi, Crabtree, it's opened up! Crabtree, what a save for Landenu again! What a spectacular goalkeeping performance he has had. Crabtree will be seeing him in his dreams. The Scouts will be absolutely kicking themselves that they've let this one slip away. It's not over yet, though. They've got one last chance. It's Crabtree to take the corner this time. Do the Scouts have a moment of magic in them here in the second half? Henderson is up there. It's towards Hoover! The header goes over the bar, and we will go to extra time in search of a golden goal. Somehow the Thunderbirds have drawn level here. The Scouts can't believe what they're seeing. Just what you want from your match of the week. We'll be right back after a quick break on the National Soccer League Network. Welcome back, National Soccer League Network. Do not let the scoreline fool you. James Hummel on for Wallaby Wilson, but the Scouts have had 22 shots to the Thunderbirds 3, and yet the score is 2-2. Let that sink in. James Hummel's come on for the Silverbacks. Oh gosh, the Scouts. He used to be on the Silverbacks. Here's Perkins from range and well off target. And funny enough, Stephen Hummel has come on for the Thunderbirds. Both former Silverback players on their new clubs. James Hummel on your screen there. Stephen Hummel making his Thunderbirds debut at the ripe young age of 29 years old. Well, what a story we have developing here again. Those numbers just absolutely insane. Landenu with 12 saves. And somehow the Scouts just couldn't find that third goal, and then they concede twice in the second half, including a late wonder goal from Newman Eulogy. Prestes showing the Pink Nightmare exactly what they're missing after letting him go. Stout still on the front foot here, trying to keep the faith and not lose the momentum. Oh, bundled over was Marco Althaus, and it's going to be a free kick. Xavier Washington in the referee's book for a bad foul. Those two going at it. Althaus stole the ball off of Washington in the 78th minute and was clean through on goal, only to give it away. A chance that went awry for the Scouts here. They're still in it. A chance for consecutive golden goal victories after doing the same to the Charioteers on the road last week. Looking to replicate it from the home crowd here as Crabtree nudges it on for last week's match winner El Ghazawi. Here's Hoover. Trying to cut it back for a teammate, James Hummel. Washington in the way there, right in time. Johnny on the spot. Powers flicks on for Andreas Rader, who has a little bit of room to run in behind, and here he goes. Green grass, acres of space. Here's Andreas Rader. Powers struggled to get the ball off his feet, and it's going to be a free kick. There's a little bit of a nick in there from Balboa. Conrad probably too far to think about a shot as we tick into triple digits here. 100th minute. 35 yards out. Conrad, flat delivery and headed away by Hummel. Washington puts it back into Warzowski. Loose cross off the bench. What can he do with it here? Battling with El Ghazawi and lost it. In his own head a little bit there. Here is Joe Bunting. Stroke down the line for James Hoover. Yet to score in this season. That would be a great time to open his account. Crabtree did well to hold it. DeConto, club captain, goes on. Althaus into the box. Scouts trying to win it here. Flipped up, it should be Landenu's ball, but it was nervous because Crabtree was closing in. Punch behind for a corner. Scouts fans are off their feet. Despite the blown lead, they still believe. Sun continues to set here. And Same field. Bunting with what seems like his umpteenth corner of the match. Has a short option if he wants it. Slight delay here from the referee as we make this corner. Now we are good to go. Bunting with a short option. Takes it this time to James Hummel. That's back. Hummel. Options for Crabtree! Oh my goodness! Goal was gaping. Groenlandu throws into the spot. And it glances just wide of being a golden goal. Oh my goodness, the Scouts cannot go on like this as Grant Tucker's on for Wilson. Perkins is off for Edward T. Wilkins. A couple of defensive-minded changes as we head into the stoppage time at the end of the first half of extra time. It's a debut for Grant Tucker for the Scouts, a new signing. There goes. Rader did well to win the header. Push forward now that Wilkins is on. Here is Rader. Nice turn from Powers, but couldn't find the ball on the dummy. Tucker. House with time and space. Shouldn't has to be careful on a yellow card here. Crabtree. Towson drifted offside. Tucker, nice ball. Crabtree. It's opening up for Crabtree. Going to try it early. Just the wrong choice there. And Groenlandu with another save. And that ends our first half of extra time. No golden goal. We'll have 15 more minutes coming up on the National Soccer League Network in your match of the week. Otherwise, it's to the spot kicks. We'll be right back after another break. Back, National Soccer League fans. It's deadlocked here. Scouts in control in front of their home crowd the entire game, and then they concede 2 late goals, and we've been stuck there ever since. Is there a winner in the second half of extra time? It took 2 halves for the Scouts last week as Stephen Hummel gets the ball back. Anyone's game at the moment. Now James Hummel wins it back for the Scouts. Here goes Hoover. Nudged off it by Rader. Great defending from the German midfielder. Anderson gives it away though. Althaus. Wide to Crabtree. Is this the moment for the Scouts? Crabtree to the byline. Trying to cut it back in. Ludwig Borzowski. The Bird sniffs it out. It's a corner for the Scouts. Crabtree goes short to James Hummel. Hummel weaving inside. Can he find a teammate here? Goes all the way back to DeConta. Space for Joe Henderson to have a hit if he wants it. Checks inside for Gazawe. Can he do it 2 weeks in a row? Blocked by Borzowski. Now here come the Thunderbirds on the counter charge. Powers to Conrad. It's Prestes. Nice reverse ball to Conrad. Reverse pass to Wilkins. This is a good chance. Stephen Hummel going to drive it off of Tucker, back at his feet. Wilkins. Powers. Moves across. It's Rader, and Sanchez spills it, but able to collect on the follow-up. It's looking more and more likely that we're heading to spot kicks. Just 5 minutes ago in golden goal extra time. DeConta. James Hummel. El Gazawe into Hoover. DeConta's through the middle. Can he find him? DeConta, the captain. It's Crabtree, blocked by Washington. Another corner. No, a penalty. Washington can't believe it. And Crabtree is going to take it again. Oh, it's the right call from the referee. We missed it from up here. It looked like a good tackle. Crabtree is 0 for 2 from the spot on the season. It is the 3rd time. Going to be the charm. Can't believe he's still taking it. Crabtree to win it in golden goal. Saved by Groenlandu. Crabtree with his head in his hands, and Groenlandu continues to dazzle. It's the same spot. It's even worse than the last one. What an afternoon for Groenlandu. 2 penalty saves in Crabtree. I think we have seen the last of his spot kicks. Surely he won't take one in the shootout if it goes there, will he? Hummel for the Scouts, trying to win it still. 118 minutes played. Awfully casual walkabout here. Searching for a teammate. El Gazawe trying to be the hero again. Crabtree. Hoovered. Stephen Hummel gets it back. Thunderbirds are going to have one last chance here with Powers. And not on the same page as moves across. Tucker's there. Scouts will get one last crack at it here. We're into just 2 minutes of added time at the end of extra time. Penalties loom large. It's the last chance for the home side. Uphouse going the wrong way. Hummel. Through the middle. Here goes James Hummel. Crabtree. DeConta blocked by Washington. What a tackle from the center back, and that should do it. It's penalty kicks. Groenlandenu has saved 2 from the spot to keep it at 2-2 in regulation. Crabtree with 2 misses. And Groenlandenu will be feeling ultra confident ahead of the spot kicks here. We'll be right back to bring you the conclusion of a thrilling match of the week here on the National Soccer League Network. Penalties await. Date. Here we go. El Ghazawi steps up for the first kick from the penalty shootout. What a penalty! It's in off the back of Groenlandenu. Pace Conrad. First up for the Thunderbirds. Sanchez to try and save it and couldn't move. 1-1 so far. Jim Hoover, quiet afternoon. Can he beat Groenlandenu from 12 yards? Yes, he can. Buried confidently. Moose across. Hardly had a kick after coming off the bench. It's a fine penalty buried into the side netting. Perfect so far. Crabtree has missed twice on the day. Can Groenlandenu make it a hat trick? Yes, he can! He's missed again! Crabtree with a howler. Powers to give Thunderbirds the advantage, and does! Oh my goodness, DeLeon Crabtree's in a real spot of bother. James Hummel needs to score this one, and he does. Cool penalty sends Groenlandenu the wrong way. Now it's his older brother, Stephen Hummel, from the spot. Saved by Sanchez! We're level! Oh my goodness, this game just keeps on giving. Balboa for the Scouts! Groenlandenu saved it! Can't believe what we're seeing here. It's the goalkeeper who saved 3 penalties to win it with his own spot kick. Can he be the hero? Groenlandenu scores it! Oh my word! Now taps now for the Scouts. Missed it! What's going on here? Eulogy Prestes, the new man for the Thunderbirds, who drew level with a wonder goal in the 88th to win it for the Thunderbirds. Can he do it? Saved by Sanchez! What's happened here? Bunting. Scouts are 0 for 3. Another save from Groenlandenu. I can't speak. Of all people, the 7th penalty falls to Bruce Anderson. Can he be the unlikeliest of heroes for the Thunderbirds? Saved by Sanchez again! We've missed the last 5. Can the captain score for the Scouts? No! He missed it! One of the worst shootouts I've ever seen. 6 misses in a row. Can Edward T. Wilkins provide the winning penalty off the bench? E.T. He's done it! Sanchez couldn't even move. Somehow, some way, the Thunderbirds claim all the spoils here. Oh my goodness. The Scouts will be absolutely devastated by this one. So many missed chances in regulation time, in extra time, and then 5 missed penalties in the shootout. That is a National Soccer League record. What a shock. One of the strangest but most exciting and ecstatic matches you will ever see. This match of the week is an instant classic. A thriller ends in favor of the Springfield Thunderbirds in a battle in the South. Wow. We all need a moment to catch our breath here, but we'll be right back with highlights and full match coverage as our game of the week concludes here. One more game coming up for you on our Saturday slot at 9 p.m. Eastern as the Condors and Green Galaxy kick off in the late slot. What a match here. We'll leave you with the full match highlights. Until next time on the National Soccer League Network.